Hi, thanks for joining, everyone. So this is a blend that I really love. So I'm just going to grab a card from my blend library, and I'm going to add the blend to it so I don't forget what colours I've used. So, oh, there's 4 colours, not 3. So I like to add blends to my pack from my pages so I don't forget them, and then I add them to my my blend library. So for this one, we've got, I'll just grab a pen. We've got Y02. I do like to write the old codes on here too. I'll do that at a later date. YR04. So just to stop it from moving around, I'm just going to add some blue tack. Perfect. So that's YR04. And then I've got YR33. So I'm just adding a blend, if you've just joined, a blend that I used on the page I really like, so I'm just adding it to my my blend library. And these are all the blends that I have collected when I'm creating, when I'm colouring. So sometimes when I can't really think of a blend or an idea of what I want to do for a page, I go to this set and get inspiration. So that was YR33. And then the final colour I used was YR34. Hi Matilda, thanks for joining. Thank you, Pies, I hope I said that right. YR34. And then what I tend to do is I just create the blend on the page. So that you can see it, I'll move my hand this way. So I'm going to set down the yellow first. And then I'm going to go in with the second colour. I've put them in order so I know what order I've used them in. Go back in with the yellow. Make sure that I'm just happy with that. And then I'm going in with the third colour, which was YR33. Just kind of overlapping as I go. And I'm just using like a feathering motion. Back with YR04. And then that final colour, YR34. Just add that edge. And then I'll just blend a little bit with that previous colour, YR33, and then I'm just going to leave it at that. I normally will laminate these. It's just letting that dry. I normally laminate these, but for the sake of today, I'll just pop it in at the front of my pack so that, oh, let me just open that, so that I remember for next time. My pack's getting quite heavy now, so I need to think about separating the cards. Oh gosh, I can't even get it in there. Separating the cards into maybe sunset colours or colours for the sea and so on. There you go. I've added a new blend to my pack. Put that back up there. Okay, continue with my page. So the kind of inspiration that I've got for this page today is like florals, cute and floral. So I'm going to go in with the colour of the building, and I want to go with BV32. So I wanted it to be like a light blue. Hopefully you can just see that. Hi Natalie. And I'm going to do the same here, but I will add some shading to that later. Thank you so much, Alicia. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm just doing a quick colouring tonight. So hopefully it turns out okay. Let that dry. And while that's drying, I'll colour the greenery. So for that one, I'm going to go in with this colour here. Just let that dry. While that's drying, I'm going to go in with a darker colour for my shadowing. So this bit will be bright, so this bit will be dark. And the same with the bottom. And then while I'm at it, just a little bit under the bunny's arm and the plate. Just a little bit over here, like so. Hi apps, thank you for joining. And then I'm going to do the darker colour on the rim. Okay, I'll just let that dry. And now I'm going to go in with a darker colour of green. I'm just going to stipple over this lighter colour. Just let that dry. And while that's drying, I'm just going to start thinking about the door and the little shutter here. So the idea I've got for that is I'm going to go with the light blue, and I'm going to do a pattern on here. So I think I'll go with the light grey first. Alright, I'm going to do a bit of shadowing. You won't see this after because it's going to get covered, really. Just a little bit here. Let that dry. And then while that's drying, I'm going to go in with this. I'm just doing like a checkered kind of pattern. So you won't see the shadowing. I'm just going to cover that all up, but I just added it anyway. Like that. And I want to do the same on the door. I'll do that in a second. Just going to remove that for a second. Okay, I'll just let that dry. I don't know if I might leave it like that actually. I might not do checkered. I think I'm going to leave it stripes. This one a bit thicker. Just doing like a tiny bit of shadowing on the door. And then for the heart, I wanted to do a pink. A nice vibrant pink. Okay, so now that's dry. I'm just going to go back in with the green now. Just deepen that up here. So I'm not going to take that all the way to the top, just towards the bottom. and just like a few at the top. And I'll use the same greens for the rest of the page because I like to keep things quite cohesive. Otherwise it gets too many colours. Okay, and then I'm thinking I'm just going to add a bit of shadowing at the bottom here. On top of that door. Just add some on the inner part of this handle, and then just around this section here where the flower bed is. Like that. I think I'm going to do the leaves, and for that I'm just going to use the two darker colours. No, I'm not. Just going to test them to see if I like how they blend before I commit. And then with the I like that. But there's also this green. I think this one actually might be better with the darker one. Yeah. So I'll use those two. Okay, so for the leaves, I tend to focus the lighter colour in the centre part of the leaf. And then the darker one on the outside. Just outline it. Just blend that out a little bit. Major. I'll do both of these. And then outline with the darker colour. And then blend with that lighter colour. And then I'll do the same for the one that's down on the ground. So just kind of in the centre portion. And then with that darker one on the outside. Like that. And then blend them out. Like that. For that, I'm going to use the lighter colour. I don't want everything too dark. And then for this one, I might just feather the lighter colour at the bottom and use the darker colour at the top. Same again, feathered the lighter colour at the bottom. No, I didn't do that. Oh my goodness. Did the wrong colour. It's okay, we can cover it up. And then the darker colour at the top. That's much better. Okay, so I'm going to do the exact same for these ones down here as well. So I'm just going to do these all at the same time. Just kind of focus that one into the centre. I'm not doing it perfectly. And then I'm just going to outline with that darker one, making sure the centre's got the lighter colour inside. And then this one. And then I'm just going to get that lighter colour and just really lightly blend it up. Like that. And I'll do the same for these ones over here. So place the lighter colour in the centre. And with the darker colour around the edges. It's just a very quick, simple blend. So effectively all the greenery on the page is done. And this is why I like to keep to the same few colours. Otherwise it gets a bit overwhelming. Perfect. Okay. So for the menu, I'm going to mirror the pattern. So I'm going to add the shading. I'm going to put the shading down here because the light's over here. So just shade the bottom part. And then with the light blue, just going to draw my lines. As straight as I can, which I'm not very good at. But that will do. And then just spread it over here. Might be okay to go down the centre actually. And then another one, probably around about here. Perfect. Okay, so now next I might do the flowers next. So I've got this bright pink, I've got a nice orange, and I have got a purple too. I think these three colours are quite nice. So for the orange and the pink, I might do that on the tulips. Just test that out over here. This is a bit of a bright colour. Yeah, that'll do. So I'm going to do my tulips a little bit differently. I think I'm going to do pink at the bottom, and I know that's not the conventional tulip, but it's colouring. Anything goes at this point. Bring that lower down. Just deepen up that base. Thanks if you're watching along with me so far. That I really appreciate that. And then at the bottom, and then drag the orange on the top. Just deepen up that pink at the bottom a little bit. Perfect. And then for the flowers, I'm going to add a bit of purple. So So I've got this one here. It's a very light purple, and then I think I'm going to add a darker purple to it. Just grab that. Or I might do a pink with it instead. Okay, I'll just use this one. So I'm going to go in with this light purple, and then I'm just grabbing a darker purple. Yeah, we'll go with that one. So just focus it in the center. And then just do the same for the other flowers in there. These are all going to be purple ones. Thank you very much, Kenzie Annie, sorry. This isn't perfect, I just do it very quickly. And then I'll just use that middle colour and blend it out. Smaller areas I find a little bit easier just to go quickly. Oh, my favourite colour. That is a tough question. I actually have 3. But I'll narrow it down to one. This one. Ballet Pink R22. I'll show you it in a second. It's my favourite pink, which I haven't used on this page yet. It's just like the most perfect pink ever. I don't know if you can see it. I don't think the camera is doing much justice, but it's just like blush. I can only describe it as blush. My favourite. What's your favourite colour? Okay. So I need to do the flowers up here. And I think I'm going to keep them hot pink. No, I'll do pink and orange. I'll do pink and orange. Oh, it's a really nice colouring book. I love this book. I've done so many pages already. Like, so many. I just can't stop colouring in this one book. I know what I'll do. I'll do orange in the centre of this one. And yellow, not yellow. Pink on the outside. And then pink on the centre of this one. Orange on the outside. And then orange on the centre of this one. Pink on the outside. Okay, I'm going to go onto the ground next, so that's done. And for that, I'm going to go with something dark. And I've already decided that I want to go with a dark grey. So I think I'm going to go with that one. But just before I do it, I'm going to just... No, I'm not going to go with that one. I'm going to go with this one. Oh, thank you, Kenzie Annie. just a fun kind of pastime, isn't it? Colouring. So I'm going to go in with this grey for the ground. Trying to carefully not go over the door. And then this section here. And then there's just one left here. I will come back to the ground because I want to add some shadowing and some texture, but I'm just going to let it dry. And while that's drying, I might colour in the cats, the kittens. So I already know I want to do them these two colours. So I'm going to lay down my base colour. This is the lighter colour out of the two. While that one's drying, I'm going to colour the other cat the same colour. Just pop that in there. Okay, and then I'm going to add some shadowing to the... Oh, I just dropped my lid. So obviously the light's shining on top of the cats. So the shadowing will kind of all be underneath or at the bottom even. And then I might just go in with a few spots. Like that. And this guy is pretty much illuminated, so just going with spots on him. And he can stay like that, or she. I'm thinking I'm gonna do this the same color as the heart. I just think that will look good. Just move that around. yeah, I'm quite happy with that. And then I just need to put in the soil. So I'm going to go with that potato brown. Okay, so while that's all drying, I'm going to go back to the ground. And I'm going to grab the grey that a darker shade of grey. Just going to add a bit of shading. To the ground. Just do a little bit here at the door. And then I might just do some at the base here. Very carefully. And then some under the side. And then a little bit under the leaf. And a little bit under the cat. And then with the colourless blender, I'm just going to add a bit of texture to the ground. I don't know if you can see that, but it's starting to lift the colour a little bit. To add some texture to the ground. Does anyone else who's joined my live colour in? And if so, what are you colouring right now? And what is your colouring style? I've seen some amazing artists and they've got some beautiful pages. I'm quite simple. I like simple things. As you can see, nothing too extravagant. Otherwise it takes the fun away from it if I have to create a masterpiece. Also, this is such an underrated pen. Like, the colourless blender is brilliant, I think. I'm going to use it again on this background. You'll see in a little while if you're staying tuned. Just going to make sure that I'm following this in the straight line. There we go, and as you can see, that pen has just added some really nice texture. Okay, so I'm going to colour these bits, and then I'm going to add in all the fine little details. So for the rabbit, I wanted to do her YGY 11. I think I'm going to kind of make her a bit two-tone. And then I've just gone in with the darker colour, YGY17. And I just blend that out. Same with her ear. Oops, just went over into the little background. It's okay, I can fix that in a little while. Like that. Perfect. Just gonna... I think for her bow, I'm going to go with purple. And then I'll add some shadowing to it after. And then I'm going to kind of reuse some of the colours I've already used on the page for like the food. So the croissant. I'll add some brown to it in a moment. Got some coffee. Gonna make this drink pink. And the frosting pink. I'm going to use the dark blue that I used before. The top. And I'm gonna do the light blue for the straw. And then for the coffee mug, I'm going to do that one pink. And the same with the plate. Pink plate, pink mug, pink vase. And then I'm just going to go back in with the brown and just add some details to the croissant. And then I'll do some at the top as well, but I'm just doing the bottom first. Hi Evelyn, thanks for joining. Just kind of dot some at the top here. Hi Claudines. Oh, thank you Evelyn. I'm almost nearing the end of the page, but I've actually got loads left to do. So, like I said earlier, I like to go over with the same few colours that I've already used on the page. And then I'm going to use that hot pink, just ever so slightly, like a bit of shadow. Same with here. The shadow is probably going to be underneath here. And then just a little bit at the bottom here. And then I'll just do a little bit under here as well. Perfect. And then that same pink, I already coloured this bit, so I'm going to just add a bit of detail, shadowing, sorry. Like that, just a little bit. And I might just do a little bit here on the back. Honestly, there are so many better colourists out there, but thank you, that is such a compliment. I just do whatever goes, because I don't overthink it like some people do. Otherwise that would stress me out. Again, using the same colours I've already used on the page because it just makes sense. I think the more colours you add to your page, sometimes the less cohesive it looks. You end up having just loads of different colours, and that's can look a bit, I mean, if it's what you like, yours what you like, but for me, I like to use the same few colours over and over again. And then for that piece of paper, I'm just going to go with light grey. Oh, so the pens I got, I'll show you. These are the Ohuhu Bobby Goods ones. I got this one from the Ohuhu website. And the other one, I'm just going to have to lift it up in a second. The other one is the Ohuhu Honolulu Bee 120 markers. I'm using a bit of both because this set doesn't have all the colours that I want. It's still a good set, but there were certain colours that I wanted to use that weren't in there. And that one you can get from Amazon, TikTok shop, Ohuhu website. Hi Bassie is the best name. Thanks for joining. But yeah, Ohuhu website's pretty good, depending on where you're from though. Okay, so now I've done everything, I'm gonna I wanna do this background. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use the same 4 colours that I used previously. I'll just show you. These are the 4 colours I used for the background. I just quickly saved it because I've added it to my blend pack. So I'm going to use those 4 colours plus this, plus an acrylic pen and a charcoal pencil. Yeah, the Ohuhu is my favourite brand, but I'm open to trying other brands. I just don't know what other brands to try. Okay, so I'm just get some ink flowing in there. I'll show you what I'm going to do on this page, on the background. I'm going to kind of do this. So in order to do that, you have to create circles with the alcohol clear colourless blender of different sizes. This one shouldn't take too long because the surface is not so... Oh, which set do you get? Which brand is it, Evelyn? Thank you, Sophia. I appreciate that. Yeah, to be honest, I'm not going to lie. I also did the same when I first started buying marker pens because I really didn't want to put money into these kind of pens. But honestly, you end up wasting money. And Amazon sometimes have some really good deals on Ohuhu. I only buy mine when they're on sale. I'll never buy them full price. Not that I don't think it's worth it, but it soon adds up. Okay, so I've done the first layer. I'm just going to let that dry. And then I'm going to go again, and this time overlap them, because it's dried now. Overlap the colours. Overlap the circles even. Like so. Again, so let that dry and then I'll come on this side. It just looks like a bunch of circles at the minute, but I promise it will look better. So I'll show you again how it turned out on the rainbow page. It's a lot of overlapping. But this one shouldn't take me too long because it's a smaller area. And I'm just doing them all different sizes. So this side's dry. I'm going to go back over it once more. Overlapping as I go. Just little tiny circles. You mean the pens? Yeah, honestly, even if you start with the smaller set with 48 pens, I think it's like, I don't know where you're from, but if you're from the UK, I think it's only like £25 and you get 24 colours, I believe. It's a good starter set. Whereas the big 320 set, I think that's like £200. But again, they have offers all the time on them. So they're not, I've never ever bought this brand full price. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's let that dry. So while that's drying, what I do now is over the yellow, I add yellow circles and I overlap it into the peach as well a little bit. And then I grab the peach and just do the same. Different sizes, different circles. Overlap onto the next colour. And then I get the darker colour. And then I overlap both of those. At this point, I just do any kind of sizes that I want. But essentially, you're kind of just covering up all the colours. And then the dark one. Oh, I mean, that's a tricky question. I've been doing it all my life, but not like this. This I discovered a year ago that I didn't even know people were colouring on social media. And I was instantly hooked. And I went and just bought my pens, my colouring books. And yeah, I've been doing it now for just over a year, but I don't really do YouTube. I'm more on TikTok. I'm trying to move over here though. So we'll see how that works out. I've only just started doing that this week. So the growth is quite slow. And then go with the peach. I know it looks a bit funky at the minute, but it does come together. And then that darker colour. Kind of overlapping. And then the darkest colour. Okay, so you let that dry again, and then you go back in with the colourless blender one more time. And basically create more circles of varying sizes on top until you're happy with it. I'm gonna stop after this layer, I think, because I'm really happy with how that glow looks. And then I'll add some detailing to it. And then I'm just gonna come on this side. I doubt in a couple of days, but I like your optimism. I really like your optimism. Very encouraging. But to be honest, it's all about being positive. If you would have asked me a year ago if I thought I'd be, you know, trying to make videos on YouTube, I would have said no. Because I don't do lives. I'm generally quite shy. But I think posting on TikTok has really helped. And now Instagram, that's a nice community over there. Oh, thank you, Sad Times. Appreciate that. So I've set myself a goal of going live every day, every single day for the next 3 months. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, but I really enjoy colouring, so I actually don't mind. And whatever I create on here, I take pictures of and I post to other platforms, so it's a win-win. Okay, so now that's dry on this side, that one's got dry. I'm just going to go in with this charcoal pencil, which I don't sharpen because for some reason this doesn't sharpen very well. It keeps breaking. So I try not to sharpen it too much. And then I just add some highlighted circles of different sizes. Nothing too wild. Just kind of smudge it out a little bit because it's a charcoal pencil. Let me make that circle a bit bigger. Like that. And then I'll just do the same on this side. Just do a big one over here. yeah, I'm happy with that. I'll just show you what it looks like before I add. Thank you, Evelyn. So that's what it looks like now, and then I just go in with this pen and just add some details, like some stars and some circles. So, oh my goodness, this pen's leaked. I'll just give it a clean real quick. That's better. It's probably because I shook it so much. I'll start on this side so I don't smudge anything, because knowing me, I will probably smudge. So I'll just do kind of like small circles and some stars, and then some bigger circles, like some tiny little dots. Like some twinkly stars. Do you mean in my book? In this book? Sad Times? Sorry, I was talking to you. Do you mean in this book? I mean, I will warn you, one of the pages is awful. Absolutely awful. So if you're prepared for that, yeah, sure, I'll show you. I actually hate what, oh, I really hate it, but I'll show you anyway. I guess it's a learning curve, isn't it? Yeah, you're right. Oh, thank you, Starlight Berry Av. Sorry, I don't know if I said that right, but thank you for subscribing. Okay, I'm going to stop there before I kind of go wild with the highlighter, which I tend to do. I can show you. I'll show you them. So that one was just practice. So this is the first page that I absolutely hate. Oh my gosh, it's awful. It's actually not my best. I was trying to do the neon and it, yeah, was not great. This one's quite nice. It's quite plain and simple. I like the sky on this one. This one I did yesterday on YouTube Live, but it cut out halfway through. So, but I absolutely adore the sky on this one. Like, really nice. I did this one a while back, just something really simple when I had like 10 minutes spare. I didn't do anything extravagant, because sometimes I just want a quick colouring because I'm tired, or I just want to have a chill evening. So that's that one. Oh, I did one on my wedding anniversary. I'll show you that one, not this one. This one was just a quick one too. Candy floss. These are my 3 favourite colours together. The pink and the purple and the blue. I love that combination. I think this is the one that I don't really like either. I don't know what I was thinking with the colour scheme here, but yeah, that's not it for me. I might redo that one because I've actually got another book, another Cozy Days book. This is what I did on my wedding anniversary. That was at the end of July. This is probably my most favourite page at the moment. I absolutely love it. I haven't posted it anywhere yet because I filmed this end of July. So yeah, I love this one. I did this one on Valentine's. And also the lighting's not doing it justice, because it's not the pink that's on the screen. It's like more of a hot pink, not that purpley pink that you can see. And then this one I did. Oh, you're welcome, Sad Times. This one I did as well quite recently. This one actually a lot of people liked on Instagram, which I was quite surprised about. And a lot of people recreated it, which was great. And then I think that's all I've done. Oh, this was like a 10-minute quick one. Yeah, not really keen on that. Yeah, oh, and I did that one too. Yeah, I don't really like this one. I had a vision and it didn't come through. It's all right. It's okay. So yeah. So I'm basically going to do kind of similar to what I did on the anniversary page here for the this little, what is that called? Canopy thing and the menu. And I'm going to use the hot pink. I'm going to use the orange. And I'm going to use a purple. But I don't know which one yet. So I'll just get my pens ready for that. And it's really easy what I do. I just grab all my colours, get them ready. I might do baby pink, I'm not sure. We'll see. And then I just basically create some flowers. Oh, thanks. That's a good idea, Sad Times. I mean, some of the pages are awful. Thank you so much. Hi, Ella. Thanks for the very nice, encouraging words. It's very kind of you. So I'm just doing some flowers now. And I'm not doing them like perfect or anything, I'm just literally doing them anyhow. Yeah, you know what, sometimes I'm the same. If I start a page and I'm not like feeling it, I don't ever finish it. And that's okay. Honestly, you just practice. And then once you start practicing, you find kind of combinations that you like, patterns that you like. And then if you're anything like me, I collect all my blends in my library. And any new blend that I make, I add it to my library. And then if I'm ever struggling when I'm colouring, I just grab it. Oh, thanks, Evelyn. I'm still quite new to the game. So that's really sweet. And then I'm just going to add some orange onto the flowers, or onto the sections. Honestly, there's no pattern here. I'm just doing it anywhere I want. And I'll probably do one down here. And then one over here. Just checking what colour I picked. And then I'm going to go in with the purple. But I don't know if I'm going to like this purple, so we'll see. Oh no, it's a nice purple. So at the minute it looks a bit funny, but you'll see when I've added the leaves and the highlights what it looks like. You mean that? I can try to do that. I'm running out of space now. And then I'm trying to fit one more here, maybe. No, I don't want to overdo it. I'll just do it here. Okay. So then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put a little white dot in each center. And also while I'm here, I'm just going to add some sprinkles. Oh, thank you for subscribing. That's really kind. Yeah, sure. I'll see if I can find a blue. And then I'm going to add on this side, up here. I work left to right, otherwise I know what I'm like. I'll smudge everything. Oops, did that a bit high. Never mind. Okay, and then I'm just going to go with my green pen. Thank you so much. It's called the bokeh effect. And it's really easy to do, just takes a very long time. And then I'm just going to add some like leaves. So like make it very green. Oh, I forgot that one there. Where's my pen gone? I'm sure it would. I've already started this page and I'm already thinking about how I would have done things differently. But I've got another one of these books, so I just can do it again if I wanted to. I'm just giving it like floral vibes. Oh. Oh, you mean here? That's a good idea. That's actually a good idea. I think it's just called cafe. Maybe it could be called kitten cafe or something like that. Can I try and put a rainbow pattern? I can try. I don't know if it'll be any good, but I'll try. I will try. Okay, I think while I'm here, I'm gonna do the back. So let me get this colour. Okay, this might get a bit tricky. So I'm gonna need a ruler. Might have to make that thicker. Oh my goodness, what is on with the ruler? It's making it all like a gross colour. Right, let's go back over that myself. Forget the ruler. You can do it without the ruler. Trying to line them up. These aren't probably in line. It doesn't matter. And then one down this bit here. I'm just doing the pattern around the border, and then I can remove it and do all the highlights and things because I no longer need the protective sheet underneath. So that same pattern that I've done, I'm just adding it around the edges. Oh, that one didn't work out that well. Okay, that's the pink, and I'm going to go in with the orange. I've got purple to add as well, so I'm not going to put the orange everywhere. Probably do one up here. Then with the purple. Probably not tonight, only because this was only going to be a quick one, and I'm actually so tired because we had a really busy weekend. We just got back from London today, and we got actually pretty exhausted, so I've done pretty well, even though I'm tired. But I will come back tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to leave that, and then I'm going to just go around adding the center. Hi, Rylan. Yeah, sure, I'm happy to do that. I'll have to do it after I finish this page, if that's okay. But thank you very much. I'm just going to pull this out because I'm not doing any more colouring. And then see my fan's face. How do you mean? Oh no, I smudged it. I knew that was going to happen. No. Let's see if I can rub it out. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Oh. Yeah, that's never really occurred to me. I guess people would show their face if they wanted to. And if they don't, then they don't. I don't tend to show my face. Also, there's no method. Thank you very much. There's no method to how I'm doing the stems. I just do them any way I want. sorry, you couldn't even see that. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I've seen some people do that on TikTok, where you can see their face while they colour. I wouldn't even know how to set something like that up. Oh, thank you. I tend to join in the evenings around about 7, 8 o'clock, because that's when I put my little one to sleep. Oh, I see what you mean. I don't know what happened there, but it's all like something popped off on my ruler. Yeah. And it's kind of left a little streak on this one, which isn't very nice, but oh well. There we go. Okay, so now I'm just going to go in with my highlights. So nothing extravagant, really, just this is the part where I overdo it and I do too many highlights, but I just can't help it. And then here, just do it underneath. Thank you, Ryman. Also, what I all like doing is, if I get my black pen, where's my black pen? Just give her some eyelashes. Cute. Oh wait, I'm adding some, give her some cute cheeks. And let's give some to the cat too. I said I would add blue to that, didn't I? I can probably add this one. Oh, that lid's not going back on. Okay, and just add some highlight here. Thank you, Rylan. I'll definitely subscribe as soon as I'm done. Just a little bit on her ears. And then some on her bow. I think I'm going to do some flowers on her bow. Oh, I don't have hardly any, Evelyn. I think I have about 300 something. Almost 400, I think. I'm not sure. Not many. Oh, yeah, that's a good question. Who are you asking? 11's still good. Oh gosh, I've moved over too quick without finishing. Oh, I did the blue for you. I'm sure it was you that asked. You mean here? Yeah, that's a good idea. I am almost done. Almost. I just need to finish this bit and then I'll show you what it looks like close up. Yeah. Right, it in white. Right, cafe in hot pink. I will try my best. I don't know if I've got a hot pink, but I will try. don't think I've got much left to do on this page. Just add a little bit on the cat. And I'll just do a little bit on this cat. And this cat's right by the light. I think I'm going to have to use my pencil to draw the calf. And then go round. That's not rude. I might just draw. I mean, that's not in the center, but it'll do. I'll use the darker pink. And then I'm just going to fade it out a little bit because you're welcome. I don't really have a hot pink, so I'm going to have to write it in white. It's not really in the center though. Wait, no. I'm going to rub it out and do it again. So about here. Yeah, I'm happier with that. And then I might just do a little heart on either side. I need to press that. So actually, I'm going to use a different one. Gonna leave that like that. What's your question, Ryan? I was gonna get purple. Do purple spots. What piece of paper? What is that piece of paper, all white, or is it like a colouring sheet? Do you mean that? Because I'll put that underneath. Do you mean that? Or do you mean that? I was doing my little swatches on there. Okay, I'm just gonna add a little bit. This beaming, it was like this. It's just like it was just a page that I coloured. Obviously the pens I use leak through, so you have to have a protective sheet. Oh yeah, I did get the alert. That was pretty scary. I think we had it like 3 times, which was very scary. I can try. I mean, I've already added spots to it, Man City, so I don't know if stripes will go with that. Oh no, that's okay. It's a colouring book. Cozy Days by Coco Wire. I actually got this one too. This one's a really nice book. And that one. This one's also really one of my favourites. Oh, sorry, Ella, even. I haven't really coloured many in this one. Oh, a lemon page. Ugh, I do not like this page. I did this one on live the other day. I love this page. It's a cute page. And then I think that's all I've done in this book. Yeah, so that's that one. Cozy Cupid. Ooh. What? Who made that book? I'm always on the lookout for new books. And then I've got this one. Oh, I love this page. So nice. So dreamy. I love dreamy skies. I think I haven't uploaded this one yet. Oh, good. I did this one recently too, which is pretty cute. This is my favourite. I have loads of favourites. Pink Lemonade. Thanks, Rylan. Now this one's okay. Could be better. I like the sky. A tornado. Yeah. I thought it was like, I don't know how old you are, but I've watched the movie Purge. I hate those films, by the way. I'll never watch them again. I thought it was like Purge. This is when I started getting a bit better at colouring. This was one of my first pieces. That's all I've done in that one. Okay guys, I'm going to call it a night now. Thank you so much if you stayed to the very end. I really appreciate that. It helps me out so much. But let me zoom out. This is the finished page. I think it turned out okay. I'm not happy with that. There was like a line running through that, but it's fine. Yeah, it was scary, wasn't it, Rylan? If I add any more to that, I'm just gonna end up spoiling it, I think. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Rylan, I will follow you as soon as I come off. Thank you, Nick Colouring. Appreciate that. I'm just at the end now, if you've just joined, but yeah, I'm finding the spontaneous colouring that I do on live are the best ones. Not that saying this is the best, but this is cute. Okay, well, I'm gonna go now, guys, because I'm so tired. It's been a very long day. Thank you so much for following along, and if you subscribed, thanks so much. It really helps me out, and hopefully see you guys tomorrow. Bye.